So this is a show that focuses on Hollywood from like the 70s to now, but mostly from 70s to 2000s, that period, 70s, 80s, 90s, some 2000s, that time period. We have another show called Forgotten Hollywood does before that, and it's like a classic does before that. But we focus on another golden age of Hollywood. Now it could be TV, movies, books, or music, and sometimes they combine. In this case, there is a song that I heard in a movie recently that I was like, oh, I know that song. I'm James Lott Jr., your host. This is Have You Heard of Me? Thanks for tuning into the show. If you're listening, hello, listeners. Hi. If you're watching me, hi. As I cough all of a sudden, my coughing went down the wrong way. We don't want that happening. I need it to work so I can stay awake. No, it's funny. So I heard this song. I forgot what movie it is. I meant to write it down. I've been watching a bunch of stuff. I've been taking some time off and I'm watching a lot of stuff, so I can remember everything. But I guess it's not even that important. But the song is called Touch Me, and it's by the 49ers. Now, I remember the song, came out in 89, 90. So I was going to clubs. I was young. I was 20, 21 years old. I was like working it out. I used to hear the song. And the song is by some Italian house dance group. But the voice, this is back when they would take songs and make them out of other songs. Not just sample, what they call interpolate. They interpolate someone's vocal or music repeatedly, but add a whole new music section to it, a whole new beat to it, everything. Sometimes they'll speed up voices, slow down voices. I know that, like Kanye West for Through the Fire, they sped up Shaka Khan's voice, and that's what you hear in his song, and she hates it. Oh, she hates it. Ooh, she get knocked down. Huge hit, of course. That was for that song was huge hit. The Kanye on the Map. But this song, it's the regular vocal. They took like a piece of lyric, piece of vocal, and made it into a new song. Madonna had a song called Like a Prayer. You know that song. Everybody knows Madonna Like a Prayer. I think that's one. I think you have heard of me. You haven't heard Like a Prayer, I don't know where you've been. Especially if you're a certain age, you've heard of it. One day I heard a dance song called Feels Like Home by a dude named Mech featuring Dino. Now it's like, it feels like your hand in my hand, it feels like sand. But that vocal sounds familiar. He says, your hand in my hand, it feels like. He said, I was like, wait a minute. It is a stanza, which is like a paragraph lyric version amount of Madonna's Like a Prayer. So when you hear it, literally, she says those things. It's a whole different key, whole different beat, everything. She says that in the song. They took it, male vocal, sped it up, deeper voice, and made that into a new song. And she endorses it. She actually, in one of her concerts, remixed the song into her song. But it's like really like, wow, Like a Prayer. Very interesting, taking a lyric out. I've never done that. I have written sequel songs to someone else's songs. My friend Flo has a song called Lonely Club. I wrote Fun in the Club. I've taken a title. I've taken one line out of another song I've written and made it into a song. I've done that. Or I've mentioned a previous song in another song, and a current song. That you hear that happen sometimes too. They'll mention a song title in a song from a previous song. Right now I'm blanking out which ones. There's just some that do that are famous. I'm blanking out right now what they are. But it's very it's just this giant banana. It's really good to eat it. But it's very interesting what you can do with all that. So there's interpolation of a song, and the song's called Touch Me, huge dance hit. I guess obviously used in a movie, about TV shows. The same group did a similar thing to Jody Watley's Don't You Want Me. It's like a little thing and made it into another song. Also, there is a group called The Tamperer featuring Maya. They have the music And the title, there was a song called Feel It, which has the music from Can You Feel It from the Jacksons. But she has a whole different lyric to it, but they took the song, the music from Can You Feel It, updated it a bit, made it more danceable, dancey, updated, and the title is Feel It. So there's no song called If You Buy This Record, Your Life Will Be Better. I love that song. Which basically is music from Material Girl. Madonna. But it's not, but it's a whole different. So there's that too. It's all fair. We can go into the weeds and all that. It's just so fascinating, right? All that stuff is how that goes. Now you should go to those songs I just mentioned. But anyway, so let's get to the actual. So this 49er song, Touch Me, is actually a stanza from Aretha Franklin. That's her voice. From Aretha Franklin's Rock a Lot. Now, here's the deal about that, why I'm covering it. It's Rock a Lot with 2 T's. If you want to, I have on my pages, I'll be posting ads for this video. I'll have both an audio. I have both covers of the 45s will be on that flyer. Or it'll be in the thumbnail of the video version. You can actually see them. But it's Rock a Lot, L-O-T-T, my last name, from my relative Roy Lott, who used to work at Arista Records, where Aretha was in the 80s. And she liked Roy. And Narada Michael Walden, legend, songwriter and everything, wrote a song with him in mind. So that's my connection to the song. I remember when I saw it. My last name is not common. I'd never seen it in anything else. Besides Ronnie Lott, who was a football player, Trent Lott, who was somebody totally different. But last name was just not common. So when I saw that on the album, Aretha, in 1987, it's a whole different song. It is not even a dance song. It's a whole different thing. And it was a minor hit. It wasn't unfortunately, they didn't buy the lots, I guess, or buy a lot of them. My friend Flo was going to kill me when he hears that. If you watch the show. But it was a song. And so Rock a Lot became Touch Me. She says that in there. I love both songs. And Narada Michael Walden gets songwriting credits on that song and that on the 49er song, which is another issue that happened when it came to sampling and all that kind of stuff. Like it started back with Sugar Hill Gang with Rapper's Delight. It won't blink all of a sudden. Using Chic's Good Times. They fought and they got it. And she was like, sounds good, but we just have credit for the music we wrote. Don't blame them. I've done interpolations myself. If you want to go to my SoundCloud page, James Lott Jr., my producer and I had a song called Busy for my album, Salty Clouds and Sunflower Dreams. So the album I did a couple of years ago. And we were listening to it and we took the song Busy and mixed it with 2 songs. One is Donna Summer's I Feel Love, and the other is You Spin Me Round Like a Record by Dead or Alive. Now, I'm proud of both versions. They're really good, but I can't sell them because I couldn't get the rights. So just for free, they're on my SoundCloud page. You can listen to them. So SoundCloud, James Lott Jr. So it's kind of fun. But yeah, it was fun to kind of play with that. I want to do that again at some point. I haven't been inspired, but I do want to play it, do that again. So it was a lot of fun. And so this is an interesting thing to have a song built out of another song. To me, that takes something too. Some people are like, that's easy way out. And you are like, no, not really. Actually, to make it work, it's anything that's a piece of something else. It's not lazy. I think people say it's not, and it really isn't. It's more work, actually. I think of Major Tom, which is like a sequel of sorts to Space Oddity from David Bowie. So it's like he had that song, Major Tom Goes into Space, whatever, but now they kind of followed up with what they thought happened to Major Tom when he went to space. And that was, of course, done. First one was done by David Bowie. The second one was done by Peter Schilling, later done by Major Toy Gun. Major, oh my God, Major, I'm looking on their name too all of a sudden. But either way, it's it's very. I think it's harder than people think it is. But Beyonce used "Naughty Girl," the interpolation of that part of the lyrics. are from Donna Summer, Love You Baby. It totally works. So there are many times it does work. But anyway, so it's Touch Me About 49ers, Rock a Lot by Aretha Franklin. Check those both out. I think they're both on Spotify and all the big things out there, music. And that's kind of fun. So that's this edition of Have You Heard of Me? We'll be back with another show. Thanks for listening and watching. We're on all streaming services, on audio, and we're on YouTube at JLJ Media.